Hi, I'm Will Peebles and welcome to the Scoop at Southern. To find out why my face is covered in this goo and my hands are completely red, stay tuned. That lucky guy with all the gray goop all over his face has had a very interesting week. There have been plenty of events at GSU this week, and our crew has had their fair bit of fun. We're going to throw things right back to that slightly less comfortable and considerably more messy version of myself with Eagle Dining Services event, Fear Factory. I'm here at the main dining commons, and we're about to partake into the Feed the Eagle Fear Factory Challenge. And myself, along with these lovely contestants behind me, are going to be put in, I really don't even know what they're going to make us do, but it's supposed to be scary, so we're going to find out. Yeah, we'll check it out.
Tonight, 10 teams of student orgs, 5 challenges, 1 winner. This is Fear Factory. The feet are submerged in blood and ice. The competitor who goes the longest wins the challenge. Wow. It's Fear Factory. Keep that longer. Get it on. Oh, 1. Wow. Fear Factory. Wow. Eat the big feet. Fear Factory. We'll run a catering event for 100 people. Mr. Chaz Meta.
Okay, so I just finished the Fear Factory Challenge, and my face is covered in gray goo, and I have blood and stuff all over my fingers. I didn't win. I didn't even place. I came in 4th. Things happen, but I'm actually here with the winner. Come on up, come on up. Hey, okay, this guy sat by me and he fought through it. Tell the camera and the people at home what's your name.
My name is Chaz Meta, representing Sigma Phi Epsilon.
Now, what was probably the hardest part of the challenge for you? What do you think?
The realization of the real worms, like the maggots.
Yeah.
That was probably the hardest.
Yeah, they gave us these maggots and they were covered in cheese, and they were real maggots. Like, they weren't like joke maggots, like they were real. Thanks so much and congratulations, and you have a good night, okay? Thanks, Will. All of my fellow competitors were awarded with the consolation prize of $100 dining dollars and given a heck of a story to tell. Now, we're going to transition from terrifying foods to delicious candy at the Department of University Housing's event, Hall-O-Ween.
I'm Christian. I'm a CEO here at Eagle Village, and this is the Hall-O-Ween. Hall-O-Ween is a way for the art housing organization to get back, RHA, which is Resident Housing Association. We invite kids from the area. They can come in, get candy, games. There's certain activities that they can do. Like, we have a haunted house, we have popcorn, cotton candy, cookie decorating, little booths where you can get candy and other treats, painting, pictures, the works. I think it's a great turnout.
Georgia Southern University and the University Housing Department put on a Hall-O-Ween in an effort to provide a safe environment for the youth of Bullitt County and the surrounding area to trick or treat. This year's Hall-O-Ween event was entitled Big Screen Hall-O-Ween. A carnival was set up in the clubhouse and courtyard of Eagle Village, where attendees were escorted through the building and were to trick or treat with the residents of the hall. Popcorn, snacks, and cotton candy were also provided. The event included a haunted house, face painting, and free candy. As you can see, Halloween is in full swing here. Lots of things have gone down on campus this week, and when we come back, we'll take a look at a couple of other events. Until then, here's a word from student organization. Welcome back. Every Tuesday night, the University Programming Board hosts their weekly Unplugged event. Unplugged gives students, musicians, poets, and comedians an opportunity to display their talents on stage. This week, the event was Halloween flavored and featured a costume contest as well as student performers. Every Wednesday night, the Student Government Association meets in the ballroom to discuss the goings-on around campus and the things they will vote on. This Wednesday, the meeting was entitled Eagle Alert and featured Chief Michael Russell, the Dean of Students, members of the Statesboro Police Department, the Department of University Housing, and other representatives of off-campus apartment complexes. They came by to answer the questions of students involving safety concerns on campus and to prevent future crimes. The meeting's aim was to encourage students to report crimes as they happen in order to prevent crimes in the future. October 30th marks Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. Our reporter Taylor Critchlow headed over to the museum Wednesday night to see what Georgia Southern's Day of the Dead celebration was like. Taylor?
Thanks, Will. I'm here from the Georgia Southern Museum where the Colonial Latin American History class is hosting Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. Inside, they've got face painting, El Son catering, and Georgia Southern themed altars. As you can see behind me, there's a huge line to get in, so let's get started. So for the Colonial Latin American History class that is hosting this event. So, Dr. Alexander, what was the thought process behind this event? Why did you decide to do it?
Well, we were just going to do a little thing in class where they learned about the Day of the Dead and religious syncretism, and then it kind of exploded. People around campus really wanted to also participate, so we got the museum involved and the theater department. Spanish department was really active too, so it just ballooned into this amazing event, and we just had 300 people here, so it was good.
It's not a large space either, so
No,
it's
it was
pretty
a very
crowded.
small space.
Okay, so what do you think, looking back on it, what do you think was the best part?
The best part were the student altars. They each put so much effort into these altars that really reflected Georgia Southern's history. We had one about Irk Russell, we had one about Seattle the Eagle, the whale beneath Sweetheart Circle, and Marvin Pittman, and they had to go research these topics, learn about Day of the Dead, and then present them. And each of these altars has their own little special touch, thanks to the students.
Well, I really enjoyed the event, and I was thoroughly impressed with the altars and the work the students put into creating them. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have here for today. Back to you, Will.
Thanks, Taylor. We're going to take a quick break here, but when we come back, I'll talk homecoming with a representative from UPB.
Run on down to Statesboro.
And keep on running in the Run the Borough 5K.
Join us at the starting line in front of City Hall, December the 6th at 5:30.
We'll be racing to the finish line to get back and enjoy all the festivities of the holiday celebration.
Get pictures with Santa, enjoy caroling, holiday crafts, and warm up with some Chili Town.
So join us here first Friday, December 6th for the Run the Borough 5K and the Downtown Holiday Celebration.
For more info, go to visit statesboroga.com.
I'll race you up there.
Sure.
Woohoo!
Welcome back. I'm joined here by Shatise Smith from UPB. Now, Shatise, what do you do?
I am the Spirit and Traditions Chair of the University Programming Board, so essentially what I do is exactly my title, plan everything that relates to spirit and tradition. So when it comes to block parties, lantern walk, lighting of Sweetheart Circle, and the biggest thing that I do is homecoming.
Oh, that's cool. So you're a very busy person, it seems
Yes,
like.
I'm usually in the office from about classes 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and in the office all night until about 9 p.m.
Right. So you're in charge of homecoming, you said.
Yes.
And that's next week. So
Yes.
tell me about some of the stuff that that's coming up with homecoming. What are some events that UPB has planned?
Well, our major events are our Tuesday and Wednesday night times and our Friday daytime, and then it goes into the night. Tuesday we're having Little Duval come out, so I hope everyone comes to see that because he's really funny. He's had a lot of TV shows. Wednesday we're having our dance and step show, which is called Doodah. It'll be $1, but all the proceeds will be going to our Eagles for Eagles Fund this year. Friday is our parade and celebration, which is a parade through Statesboro, and then the celebration ends at Sweetheart Circle, and we'll be showing Monsters University
Oh, wow.
this year as well. And then on Monday, we're having an international kickoff. If you've ever been to Disney World and you've been to Epcot, there's an international theme there. So we decided that we wanted to bring Epcot to Georgia Southern in order to tap into our international sector and things like that.
That's cool. It goes along with the Disney theme, yeah? Okay, so how did they arrive at the Disney theme?
Well, what we did, our homecoming chair last year, Libby Buckright and Tori, they got together, researched a couple schools and found some things that went successful, and we came up with 4 different themes, which were Carnival, all around the world, international, board games, and Disney. Then we released a poll to the students and they voted, and Disney was the winner.
Oh, that's really neat. So as far as the events go, when you're coming up with the events, what's the process for that? Like, how does that happen?
Well, I have a Spirit and Traditions committee of about 16 to 20 people, and over the summer I'm in Statesboro planning, so we contact each other via email, phone calls, and we basically, it's like a drawing board. You sit down and say, okay, Disney, well, what can we do with Disney? Do you want to go parks route? Do you want to go the Disney TV shows? And we just come up with a lot of different ideas, really. And then our committees get together, we sit down, this will work, this won't, and then we come up with a great event.
And how are the different events throughout the week funded? Is it student fees? Or?
Yes, our student activity fees are put to work. So when you pay your tuition, there's about $101, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but there's about $101 that goes towards the student activity fees, and we get funded that a piece of it, not all, from all students, but we get funded a piece of that, and that's what we use to kind of fuel the events.
Right. So do the other members of UPB play a large part in coming up with things, or is it solely you, or what?
Yes, my committee plays a very, very large part. I actually break them down into subcommittees throughout the week, so things will run a little smoother. So each committee kind of has an event, but we also take everything that we do. We have committee meetings every other Monday and general body meetings every Monday, or every other Monday. You understand? So we go to the general body meetings and say, hey, this is what we've come up with. How do you guys feel about it? And then we do different vote systems and things like that, because we don't want it to just be about the Spirit and Traditions Committee. We want to make sure that every student voice is represented.
Right. And so what are the more popular events for homecoming? I know Doodah comes around a lot.
Yes, Doodah packs it out, about 3,500 to 4,000 students.
Tell me a little bit about Doodah. Tell me that.
So Doodah is a dance and step show. Student organizations can register to participate in 3 different categories. Doodah is a skit, so it's a dance, but with a skit as well. There'll be voiceovers, and you usually do a skit along with a homecoming theme, so we have some really creative stuff going. The dance competition is essentially just dance, so dance organizations enter that, and then the step competition is step. We do a dance contest during intermission. We do a lot of free giveaways, throwing out t-shirts, and it's a really good time. And this year we wanted to do something and give back to Georgia Southern, so we decided to give all the proceeds to Eagles as well.
That's really nice. I think you guys do really good things. So what does it feel like just to have the weight of homecoming on your show? Like it's homecoming. It's a pretty big deal here. Like people really get into it. Do you think that plays into, how does that play into the decisions you make as far as like the events for the week and stuff?
Well, it is a very, very big role to be the homecoming chair. Planning homecoming for 20,000 people is not easy, but I will say that my team is phenomenal and they help me do everything that I can. And as far as how that plays into the events, we just want to be the student voice. So that's why we bring things to our UPB members, which is over 60 people. We're such a diverse group, so we like to hear what everyone has to say, so that way we're kind of representing the students best and what they like.
That's really nice. I think that's cool. What's the hardest part of your job, honestly?
The hardest part of my job is, I would say, budgeting. Get a very large budget, and it's kind of hard to sit there and like allocate money. You have to literally sit down and think of every, like down to napkins, napkin holders, like every little teeny tiny thing that goes into homecoming, and it's for 5 days, so it's really a lot. I would say that's kind of the hardest thing.
It certainly sounds like a lot to do. So the theme is Disney, and I have to ask, what do you have any costumes set up for the week?
Yes, I do. You should come out to Doodah and see, but I know Minnie Mouse is going to be running around, Tinkerbell, and we're actually going to do some social media contests where we're going to have our members dressed up all day. And if you take pictures with them and send us to the UPB page, then you can win like VIP tickets to Doodah or something of that nature.
Well, it's great. Shatise, I thank you so much for coming on. That's all the time we have, though, I'm afraid.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay, Tuesday night, the RAC hosted its annual Battleship event. Team Student Media Bro, comprised of Katie and Shaquem from Sports Talk, and Taylor and I got a first-hand taste of the event. I'm here at the RAC pool tonight for the Battle Boats event. Now, tonight, myself, Katie, and Shaquem from Sports Talk, as well as Taylor from our show, will be getting into a canoe and be trying to shovel buckets of water into other canoes in order to sink them. Now, there's a few things going on before that. We're going to go talk to some people, going to get some interviews on some teams, find out some strategies, and yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so the first round, it didn't really go as we had planned, but it's okay.
What I think went wrong is we were trying to muscle the water over when we should have been, just getting it fast over. Double elimination. We have another chance.